Just last week, somebody came up to me in the church and they were so full of excitement. They said, something's happening here. We've felt this in our heart for a long time, that our church has a destiny to make a major impact in our community. For a long time, we've known that our church has had this kind of potential, and we're beginning to see it happen. We're beginning to realize our potential, but I still think that we've just scratched the surface of it.
We focus our attention on our excitement and our level of energy during worship so we can position people to encounter God in a very tangible way. We also look at how we can make our church more attractional so we can catch people's attention long enough to minister Jesus in a relevant way.
I feel like there are things here at Liberty that you can't experience somewhere else. I feel like we are unique in many ways. The worship that we have here is just powerful, and the presence of God that you feel when you worship. I feel like the teaching that we have here is deeper. It has substance, it's relevant, it has application to your life personally. I feel like the love, the environment, the relationships that you have here, that we're like a family. You know, a lot of churches you go to, it feels like a club. It feels like nobody cares, and you don't get the power of God, the presence of God to change your life. And so I'm excited about what God's doing in our church, because I believe there are things that you can experience here that you won't experience and won't see in other places.
A few weeks ago, we had just an awesome worship service where people were at the altar on fire for God, crying out to Him, asking for more, asking for healing for things, asking for forgiveness for things, asking Him to just come into their life, come into their hearts and change their life. And as a staff and as worship leaders, we're working all week to help create that atmosphere that helps people feel comfortable doing that, to feel comfortable singing at the top of their lungs, crying out to God and worshiping with all of their heart.
When that begins to happen and you watch people, their words change, their attitude change, their approach to their work changes, their relationships change, their income changes, that so many different things begin to change in their life. We are realizing our vision. We're seeing it happen right before our very eyes.
One of my favorite things about this church is immediately when you come through the doors, you experience a very inviting atmosphere. The culture in here is something that we cherish. It's something that we value very highly. A place where you come in and you don't feel judged. A place where you can just have a conversation with anybody. You can be yourself. And what this does for our young people too is it creates a place where they can experience God in a way that's based on His Word, not based on religion, not based on what man has to say, but based on what God's Word has to say.
This summer, we hope to break ground on a new facility, and it's both exciting and intimidating at the same time. But we know that God is growing this church, and we can't stay where we're at if we want to do what God's called us to do. If we want to reach the people that God's called us to reach, we want to build a facility that will be attractive and attractional to all generations, to be a place where you'll be excited to invite your friends, a place that you can say, I go to that church, and be proud of that, and a place where your kids will want to come if you're older, and your grandkids, and we'll be reaching your family for generations to come.
I know we've only given you a small taste of what this new building might look like, but I hope soon you'll be able to grasp just what this might mean for our church and what it might mean for you specifically. We're believing that this new facility will not only leave us more room to work and to do ministry, but it'll leave God more room to work and to work through your lives and to work in your family's lives and your friends' lives, people that you can invite to church and to see their life change too.
We're excited about this. We are stepping in to a new phase, a new season in our church, and beginning to realize our destiny. And it's exciting, and we need you. We need your help to be able to do it. You're an important part of where we're going and what we're doing here.
Something I'm extremely passionate about is raising up leaders and building leaders. We don't want this church to be a place that is bottlenecked or capped off or glass ceiling for people's lives. We want people to not only be in leadership and to lead ministries and lead parts of our church and lead to the next generation and show examples, but we also want people who lead in servanthood to God and help us in accomplishing changing the world one life at a time.
We're also looking to build a culture. And there's two things that are very important to our culture. One is a heart of love. Love has always been the hallmark of our church. And I love to hear people say this is the most loving church they've ever been a part of. But it's important that all of us grab a hold of this culture and begin to live this culture, that you go beyond yourself. And since that's what's drawn you into this church, we need you to reach out and embrace new people, to engage them in relationships, take them out to lunch after church, spend time talking to them. Take that torch that led you into our family and begin to carry it. Be the banner carrier of love and unity around here. And the other part of our culture that's really important is ownership. This isn't my church. This isn't Liberty, the church that you go to. This is your church. We want you to own the church.
We host a food pantry on Mondays. It's just one of the many things that we do here. And what's so awesome about that is not only are we meeting tangible needs, but we have people building relationships each and every week. When you're volunteering, you're getting blessed in such a way that I don't think you can't fathom the blessings that you're going to receive from this, because you're able to change another life. You're able to share Jesus with somebody in a way that nobody else probably would be able to at that point. And we do that all the time here. That's the heart of our church, and that's one of the things that I just absolutely love about our family.
Together we will accomplish this vision. We need to pray together. We need to serve together. We need to seek God together, to study together, to love one another together, to reach out together. There's an acronym that people say about the word team. Together, everyone accomplishes more. We are a team. You're part of this team. Together, we can make this dream happen. We are excited about our future, and we're excited that you're going to be a part of it.